Hey YouTube, gonna let you in on a little money saving tip here that I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, I guess. Kirkland in Canada is our, I don't know about the US if it is or not, our brand, our Costco brand. You can buy a pork loin center for $25. This one here is $25. Now that's a little smaller than what I normally get. My wife did the shopping this time. She picked it up, which that's fine. We'll still get quite a few meals out of that. What I normally been doing lately, when I first started buying them, I cut them all into chops. The whole works of it. And on about a $30 pork loin, I could get 7 packages. Well, I could get 6 packages with 4 pork chops in each package, and I could get the 7th one with 6 in it. Roughly about every time I cut them, that was my average what I was getting, and they weren't small, thin little pork chops. We were getting nice sized pork chops. So right there, from say $30, that gives you your meat for 7 meals. That's there's nothing wrong with that when you do the math on that. For 7 meals, $30 for your meat's pretty good. But I'm going to show you what I do now. I usually square up the ends, bring them in a little ways, and I'm going to start these. I'll make these into roast, the ends into roast, and I'll square up my meat, and I'll start cutting them into chops. You'll see that as I go along. What I do with the roasts, they're not roast, but I roast them off. We'll eat 1 meal out of them, and the next meal I'll have for pulled pork sandwiches. It makes great pulled pork sandwiches. Anyway, I'm gonna get at it, and I'll show you as I go along. You see, I just take up whatever you're gonna use for your roast, whatever you feel like. You can cut this whole thing in roast if you want, or put the whole thing right on a barbecue, cook it slow. It would be real good. See, you get a fat cap that's on it. That makes it a little nicer for roasting. These mats, I hate these mats. Cutting mats, they're not long enough to begin with. I'll just take this much. I got my cast iron Dutch oven. I'm not turning this into a cooking video. I'll take and I'll put about 1 inch of water in with them. Whatever seasonings I prefer, whatever you prefer, you put yourself. And let it go. I put my oven on at 250 and let it go until it's finished. Anyway, I'll get cutting away here. Hold on. All right, now the rest of these I'll just cut up as thick as I like. For us there, we usually cut them about like that. That's, I don't know, a little over 1/2 inch, about pretty near 3/4 of an inch, I guess. I'll cut right down through the whole piece of this, whatever's left over. I already got my roast in the oven. This isn't something that's hard. This is something a buddy of mine and them never bought them. And I was talking to him one day. He was on his way to Costco, and I told him to pick one up, see what he thought of it, and he's happy he did. Now, like I said, it's quite a savings. You go buy a small pack of meat at your local supermarket, pork chops, to feed a family of 3. I know he doesn't eat a whole lot. He'll eat a little bit of pork chops, but he doesn't eat a whole lot. But myself, I can put quite a few away. you're looking $13-14 for a pack to feed us. That's why I started going with these here. Anyway, I'm going to finish cutting these up. I'm going to vacuum pack them and show you how many I ended up. There, and that's all I have for a vacuum sealer. I don't have a big expensive vacuum sealer. Just a cheap vacuum sealer does the job. I got five packs out of that. I got more in the freezer. I got probably, I don't know how many packs I got left. I got quite a few packs in there now. There's probably still 2 or 3 packs from the last time we did them, but there's no sense in running out. If you're there, you might as well stop and pick it up. Especially this time of year, you're going to go through it. It'd be nice there. We go down to our cottage lot, throw one of these, throw a pack of hamburgers. You're good for a supper and a couple lunches anyway. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you this little tip. Thought if it's an easy way to save money on your pork chops for meals. And I've been looking at buying the beef loins. The beef loins are quite a bit more money. You're looking about $100 I think the last one I looked at was right around $150. But it's a big log. It's the size of your leg. And you get a lot of steaks. You get a lot of you get a couple of roasts and a lot of steaks out of it. And then if you're vacuum packing it, now would be the time with your steaks to add your marinade in. It would vacuum pack it right in. I know you're going to freeze it, but when you take it out, thaws, leave it for a couple days, vacuum pack marinade in it. It's marinating while it's sitting there. I'd like to try that. See just how many packs of steaks I could get out of that, especially paying $160. Anyway, before I go, I thought I'd bring yous out, show you the new addition to my flock. Went and seen the old guy I get my hens from. Asked him if he had any roosters he wanted to get rid of, and he give me this fella here for my little fella. He said his birthday's coming up, so he was going to give it to him as a birthday present. Anyway, we got him home here, and the little fella's been calling him Big, so my hens aren't named, but usually my roosters get named. So this fella here is Big. And he is, hard to tell at this angle, but he's about twice the size, if not bigger, than the hens. We get one of the hens over with him. Now, we had a bit of a problem when I let him go. I didn't have a box to bring him home in, so we just put them in a feed bag. It's not uncommon to do that. Put them in the feed bag, bring them home, let them out. Now, he would have been in that feed bag for about 45 minutes. And he was probably a little agitated. And one of my hens, when I let him out of the bag, come up, and she was the leader of the flock after my other rooster died, and she thought she was still dominant. She put the feet to him. She put her claws into his neck a couple times, and he didn't like it, and he put her down. And it didn't look like it hurt her at first. I got a video of it, but I'm not going to post it. He broke one of her legs. I think he broke one of her legs. She won't put no weight on it. I tried feeling it. She'll let me feel it and everything. She doesn't seem to... I can't feel nothing broke, but she won't put no weight on it. That was 3 days ago. I think I'm gonna have to do her in tonight there. So I don't like doing that, but I said I'd give her a few days to see if she could recuperate, and she never did. She's not even attempting to put any weight on it, so I don't believe she's going to get any better. If she would be attempting to put weight on it, I'd leave her. I'd let her go for a little while, but she isn't getting up on her perch. She isn't doing none of that. She's just laying there the whole time. So I don't want to see her suffer anymore. I'll put her out of her misery tonight once the rest of them go to bed. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.